Hello and welcome back to Trash Plays Marvel Champions. This is going to be my second time playing the game, and I will be using the second tutorial deck included in the base kit. Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers versus Klaw. I know nothing about either of these two people, so I have no expectations regarding what they do, what their themes are, or how they even play. But what I'm really hoping for is that they are different. Captain Marvel being different from Spider-Man and Klaw being different from Rhino, especially Klaw being different from Rhino, because Spider-Man, he did a lot of stuff and he seemed very powerful, and it's not that I want Captain Marvel to be less powerful, but I want her to be powerful in different ways from Spider-Man. Spider-Man could do a lot of preventing of stuff, and he also hit for 8 for some reason, whereas, well, Captain Marvel, I'm hoping for just different ability to do that sort of stuff. Alright, I've already shuffled in my obligation card into this deck. Captain Marvel starts on her identity side, and I have set aside her personal nemesis. I believe there was a thing on the main scheme, though, regarding setup. Underground distribution. The attack on the shield facility has been linked to an underground weapons network. The shield facility was being attacked by Rhino in the last encounter, I believe. Setup. Search the encounter. Oh, I also shuffled in the Masters of Evil because that was not in here. That was packaged separately. Search the encounter deck for the Defense Network side scheme and reveal it. Shuffle the encounter deck, advance to stage 1B. Okay. Win reveal, discard... okay, let's do this side first. Shuffle... Search the encounter deck for the Defense Network side scheme. Defense Network... Defense Network, here we go. Alright, Defense Network. Klaw's criminal enterprise is protected by a gang of hired thugs. When revealed, place an additional 1 threat per person here. That's not that bad. And it has some sort of icon. Let me put the threat on there first. 2 + 1 per player, so that's 3. And what the heck is this icon? They have enough room here to print whatever the heck this icon is underneath it. They did that in the Rhino encounter set. I specifically remember reading it off that card. So it's a little annoying that it is not just printed on here, and I have to search the rulebook for that. But I have it right next to me. It is a crisis icon. And again, there is enough room here to just say what that icon is, but guess I have to go to page 16 to find out. If a side scheme has the crisis icon, it must be defeated before threat can be removed from the main scheme. Alright. So that just protects this main scheme a little bit. Your investigation reveals that the criminal enterprise is operated by Klaw, an old rival of the Avengers. When revealed, discard cards from the encounter deck until a minion is discarded. Put that minion into play engaged with the first player. Alright, this I have a little bit more of a problem with. I feel like in Lord of the Rings, one of the ways that they made encounters more difficult was just by saying, hey, your starting setup is more BS. There's a lot more stuff on the board for you to deal with. So you're just starting even further behind. And it's like, instead of making the encounter more interesting or having more interesting cards or having more stuff happen throughout the game, they just say, oh, you're starting from a really bad position. And that led to a lot of games where it's just like, well, it's turn 1 and we've lost. Reshuffle and then do it again. So I really hope that is not the case with this game, but seeing that is not very encouraging. Discard cards from the encounter... oh, okay. Well, at least it's only 1. Discard cards from the encounter deck until a minion is discarded, and put that engaged with the first player, that is me. Armored Guard, 0 scheme, 1 attack, 3 health, Mercenary Guard. While this minion is engaged with you, you cannot attack the villain. Toughness. This character enters with a tough status card. So basically, at the moment, both Klaw and the main scheme are protected via Defense Network and Armored Guard. Excellent. Carol Danvers, what is she? She looks like she's Air Force or something. 4 recovery, alter ego, shield soldier, commander action, choose a player to draw a card, limit 1 per round. That's better than Spider-Man's. Spider-Man just gave you a resource. Hand size of 6, yeah, same hand size. And on the other side, hand size of 5, yeah. Okay. Captain Marvel, 2 thwart, 2 attack, 1 defense. I feel like that's worse stats than Spider-Man. I like having that 3 defense. Hero, Avenger, then again, she does have 12 hit points. Rechannel. Action, spend a lightning energy resource and heal 1 damage from Captain Marvel to draw a card. Limit 1 per round. So that helps you filter and it lets you draw, or helps you heal as well. Filter your hand and heal, so you don't have to flip over as much. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see what's in our opening hand. Mockingbird. After Mockingbird enters play, stun an enemy, 3 cost ally, 1 thwart, 1 attack, 3 HP. Photonic Blast, 3 cost event. Attack superpower, hero action attack, deal 5 damage to an enemy. If you paid for this card using a energy resource, draw a card. Oh, okay, so she's all about energy then. Yeah, because even her hero ability has a spend an energy resource. And this is effectively costing 2 for 5 damage if you use an energy. Cosmic Flight, superpower. Captain Marvel gains the aerial trait. Hero interrupt defense when Captain Marvel would take damage. Discard aerial flight to prevent 3 of that damage. That's interesting. 2 cost upgrade. Another Photonic Blast. 2 cost event. Relentless Assault attack. Hero action attack. Deal 5 damage to a minion. If you paid for this card using a physical resource, this attack gains overkill. Excess damage from this attack is dealt to the villain. That's nice. Power of Aggression, max 2 per deck, double the number of resources this card generates while paying for an Aggression red card. So this is like the Power of Justice in the other deck. The Spider-Man deck. And I do have an Aggression card. It wants me to pay for a physical. But this generates a wild, and I believe with wild, you get to choose what type it is. So can I say that, can I pay for Power of Aggression, or can I pay for Relentless Assault with Power of Aggression and say that I'm paying with a physical? I'm not too sure. However, he is tough, so I will have to deal with the toughness first. I suppose I could do that by, oh wait, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Carol Danvers. Action, choose a player to draw a card. Ridiculous. 2 cost event, Crisis Interdiction, thwart, hero action thwart, remove 2 threats from a scheme. If you have the aerial trait, remove 2 threats from a different scheme. Ah, so that goes with the Cosmic Flight. However, I believe with Defense Network, I can't remove any threat from this scheme as long as this is here. So this is, I would either need another site. Okay, basically I'm not going to use this turn. What I want to do, let's flip over, because I only have 2 attack, and use my 2 attack to attack the mercenary, which gets rid of the tough. So now he's open. And I think I'm doing this correctly. I'm going to use my Power of Aggression, using the wild resource as a physical resource, to attack the armored guard for 5 damage. And because I'm using a physical, this attack gains overkill. Access damage from this attack is dealt to the villain. So armored guard is dead, and Klaw is going to take 2 damage. What is Klaw's HP? I didn't actually check. 12 HP. That's lower than Rhino. What is Klaw's ability? Hold up. Force Interrupt. When Klaw attacks, give him 1 additional boost card for this activation. 2 schemes, 0 attack. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's so much more interesting than Rhino. Mainly because Rhino didn't have an ability. By giving him another boost card, that means the encounter cards that you shuffle into the encounter deck, the modular encounter sets, if you choose something that has a lot of interesting boost actions, that makes Klaw way more interesting, whereas, because he gets 2 of them per turn, whereas Rhino would only get 1. I like that. And it also goes through the deck faster, so you get closer to having I'm making the word as acceleration icons on the main scheme. Yeah, I like that. Alright. Next up, I could do Photonic Blast, but I want to keep the Cosmic Flight. I could use the Crisis Intervention to use it, but then I can't pay for the Cosmic Flight. 2 for Cosmic Flight. Yeah, I don't have enough to pay for that. Let's just go Mockingbird instead. Stunning the enemy seems like a good idea. In general. Then again, Cosmic Flight is a upgrade that just stays on the board. I suppose I could go 2 for Cosmic Flight. I don't have enough for anything, actually. Yeah, yep, okay, that doesn't work out. Let's just go 3 for Mockingbird. No, but it's an upgrade. It's an upgrade. It's an upgrade. Cosmic Flight. And then do I want to keep any of these cards? I'm going to keep Mockingbird and discard Crisis Intervention. And then it is Klaw's turn. Klaw's main scheme gets 1, and then Klaw's going to attack me for 0, getting 2 boost icons. I am going to choose not to defend because I only have 1 defense. I have 12 HP. It's fine. And he's attacking for 1. I take 1 damage, which I can, in theory, just heal. Oh, I need to drop to 5. First aid, emergency, combat training, combat training. Okay, what is combat training? Play under any player's control, max 1 per player. Your hero gets +1 attack. Okay, so this is like the heroic something? Heroic intuition, I believe, where it just boosts your stats. And I'm gonna guess for the defense cards, there's gonna be like a defense training or whatever that boosts your defense. Emergency, first aid, Mockingbird. I'm seeing a lot of the same colorless cards, so I'm gonna assume these are all shared between all the starter decks. I should cycle out. I don't want emergency, because they're not gonna be scheming for a little bit. So I can use Captain Marvel, spend an energy resource, heal 1 from Captain Marvel, and then I get to draw a card. Attack Team uses 3 attack counters, enters play with 3 counters. When these are gone, discard this card action, exhaust Attack Team, and remove one attack counter from it to deal 2 damage to an enemy. Oh, that's nice. That's pretty nice, actually. Alright, so first aid, I don't need this. Combat training, I only need 1 of those. And then I can't pay for anything else once again. If I were to play I can only pay for 1 card. Let's go combat training. And I'm going to discard Attack Team at the end of my turn. As for Captain Marvel, let's thwart, get rid of 2 of these. And end of turn. Draw back up to 5. Cosmic Flight. I already have a Cosmic Flight. Okay. Hulk. Haymaker. Yeah. And Uppercut. What is Uppercut? Hero action, 3 cost event, deal 5 damage to an enemy. That's a lot of just... Wasn't there another one in here that was... Yeah, Relentless Assault. Hero action attack, deal 5 damage to a minion. And if you pay for this using a physical, this attack gains overkill. This only costs 2, this costs 3. Why would I possibly use Uppercut over Relentless Assault? Oh, 5 damage to an enemy versus 5 damage to a minion. So I can only use this on a minion, whereas Uppercut can attack the main boss. That's why. Okay, I see. So, 1 threat. Wait. Wait. Oh, I did not deal myself a card. I did not deal myself a card last turn. I did the same thing with the Spider-Man versus Rhino. Alright, I'm gonna make up for it in the same way. You guys are okay with that. So, 1 threat on the main scheme. Klaw attacks me. I'm not going to defend. 2 cards boost. Only attacking for 1. I take 1 damage. Alright, I'm going to deal myself 3 cards to make up for not having done it the first time. First card, Klaw's Vengeance. When revealed, Alter Ego. Discard a card at random from your hand. Thank God I'm not in Alter Ego. When revealed, Hero. Klaw attacks you. If this attack deals damage, place 1 threat on the main scheme. That's not good. Klaw attacks me. I only have 1 defense. I'm not gonna... It's gonna happen. 2 cards. Oh, it's only 1 boost! I could have prevented that. It's fine. So 1 more on the main scheme. That's up to 3. Second card. The Masters of Evil. The Masters of Evil have arrived to attack the heroes. When revealed, discard cards from the encounter deck until a Masters of Evil minion is discarded. Put that minion into play, engage with the first player. That's annoying. Alright. Comes into play with 3, and it has a... Oh, I don't know what this icon is. Oh, this is an acceleration icon. Okay. I'm pretty sure that means that it gets... The main scheme gets +1 every... For each acceleration icon in play, the 1 additional threat must be placed on the main scheme during step 1 of the villain... Yep, okay. This needs to go. And I discard cards until a Masters of Evil is discarded? Masters of Mayhem Treachery. Melter, Masters of Evil. Here we go. Okay, so Melter comes into play. 1 scheme, 3 attack, 5 health. Masters of Evil. The engaged player must defend against Melter's attacks with an ally they control if able. Not the worst thing in the world. And I don't think he attacks right now. Yeah, place 1 threat on the main scheme. The villain activates 1 per player along with any eligible minions. Deal encounter cards, reveal encounter cards, pass to the... Yeah, so they activate step 2, and we're currently in step 4. So I don't believe he attacks. And then for the third one I'm dealing to make up for it, Tiger Shark. 1 scheme, 3 attack. Forced response. After Tiger Shark attacks, give him a tough status card, 6 HP. Yeesh. This is not good. So next turn, this is going to get 2 tokens. That's going to be up to 5. So it's technically still okay if that's there. I kind of want to deal... Oh no, but then... That's a lot of damage on the board. Let's deal with these guys. What is Hulk? I didn't read Hulk. Forced response. 2 cost allies, 0 thwart, 3 attack, 5 HP. Force response. After Hulk attacks, discard the top card of your deck. If that card's printed resource has a physical resource, deal 2 damage to an enemy. I like that. Energy. Deal 1 damage to each character. I kind of like that. A mental resource. Discard Hulk. I don't like that. And then a wild resource. All of the above. Huh. That's interesting. Generally speaking, I kind of just don't want to use Hulk, but right now having that 3 damage would really be nice. Plus, if any of these things happen, the first 2 happen, that would also be nice. Okay, what would I can't use Cosmic Flight. I feel like Mockingbird would be a waste to use right now. And then I could play Hulk, and then I can't play anything else. Or should I guarantee dealing 5 damage? Because he's only guaranteed to deal 3 damage. I think the guaranteed damage is better. I'm not going to use the Cosmic Flight, so let's use Captain Marvel's ability, spend a energy resource, heal 1, and draw a card, and see what that gives me. Energy absorption, 3 energy. 3 energy! Oh, 3, okay, this changes things a lot. This changes things so much, alright. So I can use 3 energy, pay for Uppercut, use 2 to pay for Hulk. Excellent. That works out. Let's start with Hulk first, because if Hulk comes into play, I can deal 1 damage to each character when he attacks, and that could affect how I can kill Tiger Shark. So I'm going to use these 2 for Hulk. And then Hulk is going to attack Melter. Hulk will attack Melter. He's going to take 1 retaliate damage. And then I have to discard the top card of my deck. And as long as it's not mental, I'm good. It's physical. Okay, physical, deal 2 damage to an enemy. So that means I can deal 5 damage to Melter total. So he's dead. Then I can use 3 of energy absorption for Uppercut. Deal 5 damage to Tiger Shark. And I'm gonna attack with Captain Marvel to kill Tiger Shark. And that's the end of my turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What do I got? Genius, Energy Channel, max 1 per player. Action, spend X energy resources, put X energy counters here. Action, hero action attack. Discard energy channel, deal 2 damage to an enemy, up to a maximum of 10 for each energy counter on here. Ah. So this is like, you can deal 10 damage, but you gotta work for it. You gotta use a total of like 6 cards to deal 10 damage. Which I feel like is way worse than Spider-Man's. But you can do this slowly over time. You can use like 1 card per turn to build this up. Whereas Spider-Man has to use up almost his entire hand to deal 8 damage. That's interesting. Alright, Photonic Blast. Didn't I already have one of those? Yeah, okay. This is deal 5 damage to an enemy if you paid for this using an energy. Draw a card. I like that. Uppercut. Lots of 5 damage to enemies in this deck. Ally. 3-cost ally. Tigra. 1 thwart. 2 attack. Response after Tigra attacks and defeats a minion. Heal 1 damage from her. Hey. Alright. Let's put 2 on here thanks to the Masters of Evil. Klaw's attacking. I could defend with Hulk. That is an option. Hulk does have 5 HP. I think I'm just going to take it though. I'm still only at 1 elf. So 2 boosts. Okay, so this is 2 damage. That's still not bad. 1, 2, 3. My turn. Do I want to filter anything? Doesn't matter. I can't filter anyways. I can't use Photonic Blast for the effect because I don't have an energy. So these two are essentially the same card. Uppercut. Or not uppercut. Tigra. I might as well get another minion out here. So I can go 0 for energy channel. And 3 for Tigra. I'm going to save Hulk for when there's a minion outside. Tigra, I'm not too attached to having her be safe. So I'm going to use both of these to scheme. Why are you exhausted? I didn't defend. I'm going to use both of these to scheme. Not scheme. To thwart the Masters of Evil to get rid of that right now. So now... Oh, no, but then that's going to advance... That's going to advance the stage. Hold up, let me do the math. If I use Tigra to get rid of Defense Network, I can get rid of 2 from Underground Distribution. And then it's going to get 2 more from Masters of Evil. So it's still going to be a 5. And Underground Distribution is not going to move on. Yeah, that's the better choice. That's the better choice. 1 from here from Tigra. 2 from here from Captain Marvel. And I can't use Photonic Blast. Do I want to keep it? Sure. It seems like a good attack, and it seems like this deck requires a lot of attacking. So, 2 threat, back on Underground Distribution. Klaw's attacking me. I'm not going to defend. 2 boost icons. And both of them have a star. Boost, discard 1 card at random from your hand. That is not good. And boost, put weapons runner into play engaged with you. That's also not good. Surge, after this card is revealed, Does this have Surge? Put weapons runner into play engaged with you. After this card is revealed, reveal 1 additional encounter card. I don't think this has Surge. I think this is when this is revealed from the deck, like, as a encounter card. Yeah, that makes more sense than the boost having Surge. Weapons runner, 1 scheme, 1 attack, 2 health. That's not that bad. But because this is coming into play during the attacking phase, I think this guy is also going to attack me. But he attacked for 0, so that's good. So weapons runner attacks me for 1, and I'm just going to take that. And then I get Delta card. Sonic Boom, when revealed, either spend anything but wild resources. Wait, oh no, all 3 of them. Or exhaust each character you control. What the? Okay, let me draw my hand and see what I can spend. I don't want to exhaust every character I control. And I am able to do that. But do I want to do that? What are these cards? Strength, Alpha Flight Station, exhaust Alpha Flight Station, choose 1, discard 1 card from your hand, draw 1 card, or 2 cards instead if you are Carol Danvers. This seems like a good support to just have outside. Crisis Interdiction, remove 2 threats from a scheme. Then if you have the aerial trait, which I do thanks to Cosmic Flight, remove 2 threats from a different scheme. And Nick Fury, I think I just want to exhaust all my characters. Yeah, I think I'm just going to exhaust all my characters. So now it's my turn. I am going to play for Nick Fury using these 3 cards. Because when Nick Fury comes into play, I get to draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Nick Fury, I'm going to use to attack Weapons Runner just to get rid of it. Remove 2 threats from a scheme. Energy channel, max 1 per player. And I already have one, so I can't use this. I'll use this to play for the Alpha Flight Station. And then I'll use the energy, which has the energy icon. Oh, wait, no, it just cares about aerial trait. Remove 2 threat from a scheme, then if I have the aerial trait, remove 2 threat from a different scheme. Alright, so 2 from here, and 2 from here. Oh, defense network should have gone away. That seems good to me. Alright, let's unexhaust everything and see where we go from here. Draw a new hand of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What are we looking at? Tenacity? This is the card I didn't like, right? 2 upgrade, hero action, spend a physical resource and discard this card. Ready your hero. Yeah, I don't like this card. Avenger's Mansion. Here we go. Energy absorption, another 3 resources. Relentless Assault, deal 5 damage to a minion, and I can give it overkill if I use a physical. Chase them down. Response thwart after your hero attacks and defeats an enemy. Remove 2 threats from a scheme. Okay. 1, 2. This is still here. 2 on the main scheme. Klaw attacks. Nick Fury defends, because Nick Fury's going to go away either way. 2 cards. Attacking for 2, and boost put Weapons Runner into play engaged with you. That's a shame. Nick Fury's dead. Weapons Runner attacks me. I'll just take it. I'm at 5. Now it's my turn, and I'm going to play Avenger's Mansion using Tenacity and Energy Absorption. Does that feel like the right move? No, I'm going to use Chase Them Down and Energy Absorption, because I can use Tenacity to pay for Relentless Assault, deal the damage to Weapons Runner, and that overkills the Klaw. Yeah. Avenger's Mansion, exhaust Avenger's Mansion, draw a card. Spider-Woman, 3-cost ally. Jessica Drew, I don't actually know anything about Spider-Woman. 2-cost thwart, 2 thwart, 2 attack, 2 HP. They both have pips though, so she's not like Black Cat in Spider-Man's deck, where you get to keep her around for free doing stuff. Avenger Spy response. After Spider-Woman enters play, confuse the villain. Wait, that's it? That seems really weak. I don't. Maybe that's not actually weak, but that feels really weak. Let's go. Yeah, none of these supports are really doing anything. Let's go using these 2 to pay for Relentless Assault. 5 damage with overkill, so Weapons Runner is dead and deals 3 damage to Klaw. He's now up to 5. And then Marvel is gonna thwart for 2. Yeah, I don't have that upgrade to get rid of that. And Tigra is gonna thwart for 1 on Masters of Evil to get rid of that. End of my turn. Draw back up to 5. I don't have 5. Gotta shuffle my deck, and I get a face down card. 5th card, what do we got? Strength, the power of aggression. Oh, this is not an upgrade. This is the resource. Yeah, power of aggression. Helicarrier. Why did I not play Helicarrier? I went through my deck, which means I should have drawn Helicarrier. What would have possibly compelled me to not play Helicarrier? Attack team, chase them down, and strength. Alright. Klaw's attacking. Oh, 1 on the main scheme. Klaw's attacking for 0. I am at 5 HP. So far, there have not been that many boost icons. I've seen 2. I haven't seen a 3. 2, 2, 2. Yeah, I haven't seen a 3 yet, so I'm gonna assume max worst case scenario, they're gonna be attacking for 4 with 2 boost icons. I'm at 5, that be up to 9, so I'll be fine. I think I'm just gonna take that. 1 boost, and boost, deal 1 damage to each hero. That's fine. So I take 2 more damage. I get dealt a card. The first one is Sound Manipulation. When revealed in Alter Ego, Klaw heals 4 damage. If no damage is healed, this card gains Surge. In hero form, take 2 damage, Klaw heals 2 damage. And I'm up to 10 damage. Now things are getting worse. 1, 2, he's back down to 3. And a second card. Sonic Boom. Either spend 3 resources or exhaust each character you control. I think I'm still fine with just exhausting each character I control. Power of Aggression, I can use for tag team. Strength, oh, but I gotta scheme. Or I gotta, no, I don't have to scheme. It's only at 4, it's gonna go up to 5. That's fine. I'll exhaust every character I control. Avengers Mansion should be unexhausted. I'm gonna exhaust it to draw a card. Mockingbird. Mockingbird enters play, stun an enemy. I still have room for 1 more ally, so I could do that. Let's go Strength and chase them down, because this requires me to defeat an enemy, to play the Helicarrier. And then... you know, I'm just gonna... I know what these cards do, I'm just gonna put them on top of each other. They're both just resources, essentially. I can use Power of Aggression for tag team. I don't care that much about stunning Klaw. Oh, but then he's gonna attack, and I have to... I'm at 10 damage at the moment. Let us spend a energy to heal 1 from Captain Marvel and draw a card. So I'm back down to 9. Photonic Blast, if I... that's 5 damage, that's fine. And then I can use Helicarrier. Power of Aggression. And Photonic Blast. To play Mockingbird to stun Klaw. And then the next turn, Mockingbird can just block. Let's also thwart with Mockingbird, get rid of 1 of these, and end of turn, as that's going to come back. Unexhaust everything. Draw back up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they try to attack. I already put the counter on here. He can't attack. And I get a card. Caught Off Guard. When revealed, discard an upgrade or support you control. If no cards were discarded this way, this card gains Surge. Okay. Now that's interesting. I had to choose to discard an upgrade or support I control. Let's go with combat training. I'm really not attacking, and I know that there's another combat training in the deck. Yeah, it's in... yeah, there's another combat training... oh yeah, actually, I should probably check my hand first. Oh, there's a Cosmic Flight over here. I can just get rid of my Cosmic Flight. Never mind, never mind, never mind. I can just... yeah. I'll get rid of Cosmic Flight, because I have another Cosmic Flight in my hand. Alright, my turn. Avengers Mansion, draw a card. Hey, there's the combat training. Never mind. Let's use the combat training and Helicarrier to pay for the Cosmic Flight. I could use Energy Absorption now. Yeah, I think I'm finally going to use the Energy Absorption, put it on Energy Channel, so that gives me 3 resources on Energy Channel to start saving up for a big boom. I'm going to... I believe she thwarted last time. I'm going to thwart again with Mockingbird. Let's also thwart with Captain Marvel. Yeah, Mockingbird's going to defend. So I'm going to thwart again with Captain Marvel, get rid of 2 more. And I'm going to leave Tigra and Hulk sitting around. As for these 2 cards, I can't use Relentless Assault because that has to be against a minion. So I can use Crisis Interdiction instead. Actually, no. I can use Alpha Flight Station. Exhaust Alpha Flight Station, choose to discard a card from your hand to draw a card. I'll get rid of Relentless Assault because I can't use it. And I get the Power of Aggression, which means I can use Uppercut. Power of Aggression can pay 2 for uppercut, and this is paying 1, 3 cost, uppercut, 5 damage to an enemy. He's back up to 8. End of turn, unexhaust. This should have been exhausted, but that's fine. And draw back up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more in main scheme. Claw attacks. Mockingbird defends. Claw's coming in with... Whoa! Whoa! Okay, so there are 3-card boosts. That does exist. They are both Claw cards, so that's something to keep in mind. He is attacking for 6 on Mockingbird. And Mockingbird is definitely dead. This does not have overkill, though. That was... Okay. Yep. Alright. Did I put one on the main scheme? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. And this is about to run out of cards. See, that's one of the interesting things about Klaw, is that he used 2 boosts per turn, meaning we get through the deck faster. So this is about to get an acceleration icon. Shadows of the Past. Oh, this is the thing that gets my side dude into play, which has never happened. And by never happened, I mean I've played one game and it didn't happen during that one game. What is this? Revealed. Reveal your set-aside Nemesis minion and put it into play, engage with you. Reveal your set-aside Nemesis side scheme and put it into play. Shuffle the rest of your set-aside Nemesis encounter set into the encounter deck. If your Nemesis minion does not enter the game this way, this card gains Surge. Okay. So we get Yawn Rog into play. Minion. 2 scheme, 3 attack, 5 health, elite Cree. Force response after Yawn Rog attacks, place 1 threat on Psyche Magnetron? Alright. The Psyche Magnetron side scheme. The Psyche Magnetron is a Kree device with the power to turn thoughts into reality. In the hands of Yawn Rog, it would be a devastating weapon. When revealed, place an additional 1 threat per person here. It comes in with 3, and now it's going to be 4. And then a bunch of Kree cards, and these get shuffled into the deck, I believe. Shuffle the rest of your side-aside Nemesis cards into the encounter deck, which is a deck of 1. Very... Yep. Let's just shuffle this as best I can. So, this comes into play with 4. That was a dramatic turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is during step 4, so he does not attack. Okay. And what is this icon? +1 card. I think this is whenever I'm dealt cards, I get 1 more card. Hazard icon. For each side scheme in play with the hazard icon, an additional encounter card is dealt during step 3 of the villain phase. Additional cards are dealt in the player order. First additional card to the first player, second to the second player, etc., etc. Okay. Yeah, that's bad. Probably should get rid of that. Let's start Avengers Mansion, draw a card. Now that there's a minion out, Hulk can attack. So that's fun. Oh, I have Nick Fury. I have energy. Oh, hello. I also have the Relentless Assault. Deal 5 damage to a minion. I feel like I should just use Relentless Assault, because otherwise I can't use Relentless Assault. And that would let me use Chase Him Down as well. After your hero attacks... No, this is... I have to attack. I have to attack and defeat an enemy. Remove 2 threat from his... I don't like this card. I feel like I'm never going to use this card. Photonic Blast, deal 5 damage. 2 damage. Nick Fury. What is Nick Fury's thing? Remove 2 threats from a scheme. That's not enough removal. So let's go... Chase Him Down doesn't even have an energy resource, so I can't use that to fuel anything. Alright, let's go let's discard Tag Team to heal 1 and draw a card. Photonic Blast, deal 5 damage to an enemy if I paid using a... Yep, okay. Helicarrier and energy and Chase Them Down for Nick Fury. Nick Fury comes into play. I draw 3 cards. Let's see what I'm getting. 1, 2, 3. Spider-Woman, Tenacity, and Uppercut. I didn't like Tenacity. I can't even use Spider-Woman right now because I have too many allies. So I'm going to use these 2 to play... Oh, and I'm going to use Spider-Woman as... She has a wild, so I can use it as a physical, I think. to pay for Relentless Assault. Doesn't matter. For the... yeah, this would only give it overkill. Doesn't really matter. Yonrog's dead. And now I need to thwart Nick Fury, thwart for 2. Captain Marvel, thwart for 2. Get rid of this. Huh. Well, that got dealt with pretty quickly, actually. That was... okay. I can't pay for any of these, so I guess I should use the Alpha Flight Station, discard a card. I'll discard both. They're both essentially the same card, except Uppercut doesn't have the option. Discard Uppercut, draw a card. This does have an energy, but I can't. I don't have enough to pay for Photonic Blast either way. But I can discard energy and put another resource here. Yeah, that seems about right. Now, do I want to discard my Photonic Blasts? I think the answer will be... he's at 8, 12 HP. I only need to deal 4 more HP. In theory, I could just do that right now. But I don't want to use up their health. I'm going to discard 1 Photonic Blast. And draw back up to 5. Energy Channel. Captain Marvel's... what the heck is Captain Marvel's helmet? Did I see that before? What is this? Captain Marvel gets +1 defense, +2 defense if you have the aerial trait. Wait, did I see this before? How did I not play this before? Why would I not play this? What the heck? I feel like I have to have... alright, it's fine. Klaw's attacking. Nick Fury's blocking. Because he's gonna die. He gets 2 boosts. And they both have stars. What are these? If the villain is making an undefended attack, place 1 threat on the main scheme. But Nick Fury is defending. Haha. Joke's on you. I forgot to put a scheme or a threat on the main scheme. Nick Fury would not actually die, but he's going to die anyway, so I'm just going to discard that. And Yonrog's Treason. When revealed, discard each energy resource from your hand. If you discarded no cards this way, discard gain search. No. My energy absorption. Oh. See, I like no. This is a lot more. Your personal nemesis should have stuff that directly interacts with what you want to do. This is good, better design than. Because I looked at the Spider-Man nemesis cards, the not Falcon, green, not Vulture cards, and they seemed pretty like generic. Like, oh, he attacks you, and it's like, great, sure, whatever. And I feel like the reason that they couldn't do anything more interesting with his personal nemesis cards is because he is so, like, generic. He just prevents a lot of stuff and hits really hard. Whereas Captain Marvel actively wants those energies so they can do stuff. But yeah, what I'm saying is that it's nice that there are cards in this nemesis set, at least, that directly are like, hey, Captain Marvel, I am here specifically to mess up your plan. I believe that was revealed, so now it is my turn. And that kind of does mess up my plan, because I wanted to play some other... I wanted to energy channel that. And now I can't. But that's fine. Let's go Avengers Mansion, draw a card. Crisis, this is Thwart. I can... Helicarrier. No, wait, actually. So I can't use energy channel. Technically, I can use energy channel. What do I want to do? I want to deal 4 damage. That way he's going to move on to stage 2. And then I want to pop my energy channel. So let's spend a Crisis Interdiction to put 1 on energy channel. How am I going to deal 4 damage? I can deal 5 damage using this. And I think that's the better idea. Let's use Helicarrier with Genius to use Photonic Blast. I didn't pay using an energy, so I can't draw a card, but I can deal 5 damage to Klaw. 8 plus 5 is 13. He only has 12 hit points, so stage 1 is dead. And then stage 2, what does it say? When revealed, search the encounter deck and discard power for the Immortal Klaw and reveal it. Shuffle the encounter deck. Force to interrupt when Klaw attacks, give him 1 additional boost card for its activation, so same effect, but he has 1 attack instead of 0, so he's gonna deal damage. And I search for the Immortal Klaw. Immortal Claw. Is it really the last card in the deck? No way is it. It is the last card in the encounter. Oh my goodness. Alright. Now that the deck is empty, the main scheme gets a acceleration token. So now it's going to be getting +2 every turn instead of +1. That is... I cannot believe that luck. Incredible luck right there. And Immortal Claw is... This is an acceleration token as well, I think. What does it say? Claw's mastery of sound allows him to restore his solid form through sheer power of will. Claw gets +10 hit points. When this scheme is defeated, Claw loses these hit points. Okay, so they're temporary hit points, basically. Once that goes away, he effectively is going to be back down to 18 hit points. That's a big jump. Didn't he have 12 before? Yeah, he had 12 before. Rhino only went from like 14 to 15 to 16. What is stage 3? Stage 3 has 22 hit points. Alright, so hit points are back down to 0. Or damage is back down to 0. But now I can pop my energy channel, discard energy channel, deal 2 damage to an enemy up to a maximum of 10 for each energy thing on here. Discard this, deal 10 damage to Claw. And as soon as I get rid of the Immortal Claw, which comes into play with 3, he'll be down to only 8 HP left. So I have 2 cards left. I would like to play Captain Marvel's Helmet, but I'm going to play another energy channel, and... Actually, no, before that. Let us discard Alpha Flight Station, and discard the helmet, since I'm not using it anyways, to see if I can draw something better. Haymaker, I did not draw something better. Energy channel, I'm going to discard the Haymaker, don't really care about that. And I can still thwart and stuff. Let's go 3 on the Immortal Claw. Just because I don't want that acceleration token there. And that's the end of my turn. I am going to unexhaust everything. Tigra should have taken 1 damage. Drawing 5 cards. Can't draw 5 cards. I get dealt a face down card. I think this is the first time as well that I'm shuffling my deck for the second time in a game. So, I mean, to be fair, this game is also going a lot longer than the first game. The first game, I defeated stage 1 in 2 turns, whereas this one, it took much, much longer. 1, 2, 3. What do I have? Energy absorption, yay. Emergency, nah. Uppercut, crisis interdiction, first aid, excellent. Main scheme gets 2. So it's up to 5. Claw attacks me for 1, boosting 2. I am at 8 HP. There were 2 cards that had 3 boost. Let's assume that he gets 1 of them. So that'd be 6 damage, and I would be dead. Let's block with well, let's see what's in my hand first. Oh wait, no, I already saw what's in my hand. Let us block with Tigra. Or I could just use my Cosmic Flight. What is the exact wording of Cosmic Interdiction? Remove 2 threat from a scheme. Then if you have aerial trait, remove 2 threat from a different scheme. So I can't remove 4 from the main scheme with this, yeah. Okay, you know what? I am just gonna block with... I'm just gonna take it, and I can prevent 3 of the damage. So I can effectively take 6... I can take 6 damage. Worst case scenario, in order for me to lose, he would need to get both of the 3 boost icons. And I think... Then again, he did actually get both of them in 1 turn. Alright, I'm blocking with Tigra. Let's block with Tigra. 3 boost. So that's going to be 4 damage to Tigra. Tigra is dead. Get dealt a card. Face up. Weapons runner. This has Surge. This actually has Surge this time. So I get another card. Klaw's Vengeance. Hero form, Klaw attacks you. If this attack deals damage, place 1 threat on the main scheme. Fudge. Alright, Hulk's blocking. Hulk is blocking this time. I don't want to put... because it's at 5 out of 6. And that's a... he's attacking for 3. 1, 2, 3. And Whirlwind. Boost. Deal 1 damage to each hero. That's fine. Next card, Assault. The villain attack... oh my goodness. Let's... was one of those the 3 boost? No, one of them was not the 3 boost. Alright, I'm blocking. I'm blocking and I'm gonna have to use my Thwart. Yeah, I'm gonna have to use my Thwart card. And that's coming in for 1. That's fine. Now it's my turn. These two are both exhausted. Energy absorption exists. Emergency is meh. Avengers Mansion. Let's go. Attack team. I can deal 2 damage using 3. I can use 3. 1. I can use these 3. Let's use these 3. For attack team, that comes into play with 3 counters, but I'm going to exhaust it right away to deal 2 damage to Weapons Runner. And then I'm going to use Helicarrier. Oh, wait, no. And that doesn't... it's not ideal, but it's fine. Gonna use the Energy Absorption, Crisis Interdiction, remove 2 threat from here. And then it's gonna be his turn. No. I'm gonna use Captain Marvel, discard Energy Absorption to heal 1 and draw a card. And then I'm gonna use this card for the Crisis Interdiction. Removes 2, end of turn. He's gonna get those 2 back, and then he's gonna attack. And I will block with Hulk. Coming in for 0. Oh no, he has 1 attack. Hulk's dead. What is this? Put Weapons Runner into play engaged with you. Annoying. Deal myself a card. Sonic Boom. Either spend or exhaust all my characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hulk is dead, so he's not on play. He's not on the field. I don't think I want to spend that either way, so I'm just going to exhaust Captain Marvel. This is optional, right? Either spend or exhaust. Yeah, that's fine. My turn. Attack team. Remove a counter. Kill Weapons Runner. Avengers Mansion. Draw a card. I have so much energy now. I'm going to use 3 on here for the channel. 1, 2, 3. Wait, how much HP does he have? 10. I can deal 3s, that's 6. Wait, no. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. I'm not doing this on Weapons Runner. 3 damage. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 plus 10 is 16. He only has 18 hit points. Wait, I can just discard Energy Channel. Discard Energy Channel, deal 2 damage to an enemy up to a maximum of 10 for each energy counter on here. So that's 3 times 2 is 6. And then Attack Team, exhaust Attack Team, remove 1 attack counter from here, deal 2 damage to an enemy. 6 plus 2 is 8, plus 10 is 18. Wait, so he's dead. Cool. Alright. Okay. Well, the main villain got further in this time, and I actually felt like I had much more chance of losing thanks to just losing. What is the 2A, though? Klaw has found a buyer for his illegal weapons. It's up to you to stop the sale, but the meeting is surrounded by Klaw's cronies. When revealed, discard cards from the encounters until a minion is revealed. Put that minion into play, engage with the first player, advance to stage 2B. just out of curiosity, what would it be? Kree Manipulator, Surge. After this card is revealed, reveal an additional encounter card. When revealed, place 1 threat on the main scheme. Okay. Cutoff card. Discard an upgrade you support or you control. If no cards were discarded, this card gains Surge. Alright. Secret Rendezvous. Klaw is meeting with the Crimson Cowl. Klaw and the mysterious figure darts into the shadows when you confront them, and Klaw's minions move to cover their escape. If this stage is completed, the players lose the game. Wait, that's it? It's a secret Klaw's meeting with the Crimson Cowl. So we lose if they just have their meeting and get away. Alright. What is Klaw Stage 3? 3 scheme, 2 attack, toughness. This character enters with play with a tough status card. Force interrupt when Klaw attacks. Give him an additional boost card for this activation. Alright. I think that Klaw is objectively better than Rhino. That is my take. I see absolutely no reason to play Rhino when I could play against Klaw instead. That was much more interesting. I think that also not starting with either of these 2 cards in play is just so much worse. There were so many turns where I was like, well, this costs 3. There's a lot of 3 cost cards in this deck in general, but there's a lot of times when it's like, this costs 3 and I don't have 3, so I guess I'm just throwing some cards away, which didn't really happen with Spider-Man. He had a lot of 0 cost cards though. In terms of Captain Marvel versus Spider-Man, I think Captain Marvel's thing is a lot more interesting. Instead of just straight up dealing 8 damage, you have to sort of save up over time to build up that damage, and it can deal more than 8. I think that feels a little bit more earned than Spider-Man just coming in and being like, oh, 8 damage, you're dead, bye. On turn 1. That definitely feels a lot more earned. On the other hand, you could get lucky and just have energy absorption with some other cards and just immediately be like, oh, 10 damage turn 1. That could also happen as well. That's 4 cards for 10 damage as opposed to 4 cards for 8 damage. But that requires a bit more luck than just being like, I have Swinging Web Kick and I can deal 8 damage. Also, my first time getting the villain into play, the side villain guy, what's his name? I straight up have no idea what his name is. Kree Manipulator, Psyche Manictron, Yon Trog's Treason, and Family Emergency. This didn't come up this time. And Yonrog. I have no idea who Yonrog is. I'm going to assume that's a Captain Marvel character, and that's why I don't know who they are. I don't know what this... He doesn't... Yonrog himself doesn't feel like he has anything to do with Captain Marvel, but the discard each energy resource from your hand. If you discarded no cards this way, discard against Surge. If the villain... Okay, so it's really only 1 card in here that feels specifically targeting Captain Marvel. But it's still nice to have a card that specifically does feel like it is targeting Captain Marvel. I think that if this was my first game and not the Spider-Man versus Rhino, I would have a much better first impression of the game. And it definitely does give me some more optimism in terms of what this game can be. So I'm looking forward to playing it again. I think next time I want to do a leadership deck, see what a deck focused around allies is all about. But when I look at the learn to play, the leadership deck is listed as Captain Marvel. But from what I understand, you can't just throw all the leadership cards into any of the other heroes with their base cards and be like, this isn't the thing now. And I think I'm gonna go with She-Hulk. She-Hulk leadership. And see what that's gonna be like against the 3rd scenario, which is Ultron. To be completely honest, I don't know what Ultron's deal is either. I haven't watched any of the Avengers movies except for like the very first ones. Iron Man, Ant-Man, Spider-Man, and I'm specifically talking about the first movies in those series of movies. The very first Avengers, and that's about it. So I don't know what he's about. I don't know what he's gonna do because I'm not reading the text box right now. but I'm looking forward to seeing what that's like. And I hope you will join me on that journey when I see you next time in that video. Peace.